24 बैठा है। रेडी? ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Om. Dear friends, in this class I think we will complete this introduction of Sri Shankaracharya on chapter 3, that is Karma Yoga. So we have been seeing that Shankaracharya in this introductory say notes, let us say Sambandha Bhashyam, it is called Sambandha Bhashyam or an introductory note. He is say dispelling that the Jnana Karma Samuchayavadi's idea. He is dispelling the idea that Jnanam and Karma, that is knowledge and ritual, can coexist. So that idea Shankaracharya is dispelling. The idea that Jnanam and Karma can coexist is the idea of the Vrittikaras. Vrittikara, Bodhayana and others who wrote commentaries say prior to Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya's contention is that these two things, they arise out of two different types of understanding. So when a man does a karma or an action or a ritual, so he is on a different plane. He is on the plane of religion, he is on the plane of ritual, where he has an idea that I am the karta, I am the bhokta, I am the doer, I am the person who enjoys the fruit. So I do this karma, I will go to heaven, I do this, I get this punya, I get this merit. So he is at that level. So Jnani is in a different level. Jnani has risen above that level. Jnani is on a level where he feels I am not karta, I am not bhokta, I am Shuddha Chaitanya, I am that pure consciousness. He has risen out of that level of ritual, or in other words, let us say religion. He has risen out of that level of ritual. So this ritual versus Jnana. So these two things, if they coexist, how can they coexist? That is what is Shankaracharya's argument. It should be some type of split personality, what we call split personality. If we assume that there is a combination of this Jnana and Samuchaya in one person at the same time, it can be in one person at two different times. I may be a karma, I may be a ritualist maybe 10 years ago, but now I may graduate from that level and slowly I may think of what is the supreme, what is beyond this ritual, what is beyond this religion. So that is what I feel, that is what is that level. So in two different times it can be there in a person, but not at the same time. Simultaneously in the same person it cannot coexist. That has been the argument of Shankaracharya all through. And then we are in this line. Then the Purvapaksha was again saying there are certain compulsory activities, Nitya Karmas. So Shankaracharya again explained to him, no, they don't apply to sannyasi. Nitya Karmas apply to all other ashramas, that is Brahmachari, Grihastha and then Vanaprastha, but not to sannyasi. So that is where we stopped. Let us read this line. Natavat Nityanam Karmanam.
Excuse me, one particular line we have to explain.
What is that? Yatha
Mokshasya cha akaryatvaha mumukshoha karmanatvakyam. This one, Nahi Agni Karyatyakranat.
Yeah, that Akaryatvan Mumukshoha, that was over long ago. Okay. Nahi Agni Karyadhyakaranat. Should I read it again? Okay, I will read. Nahi Agni Karyadhyakaranat Sanyasinaha Pratyavayah Kalpaitum Shakyaha. That is, this also we read because I have noted it here. By not doing these compulsory activities like this Agni Karya. Agni Karya is that Agnihotra. Every day that there are different types of Agnis which are there in the house of a ritualist. So all those Agni Karyas, they were compulsory. Even of course they were not only compulsory in olden days, of course even now they are compulsory, but we are not doing, that's a different thing. So they were compulsory. So all those things, they are not compulsory for a sannyasi. Agni Karyadi Akaranat Sanyasinaha Pratyavayaha na kalpaitum shakyaha. That means you cannot visualize an adverse effect in the case of a sannyasi for not doing these compulsory activities. For not doing compulsory activities, an adverse effect may be there on others, but not in the case of a sannyasi. So that is the meaning of that line. यथा ब्रह्मचारिणाम् असन्यासिनामपि कर्मिणाम्. So like you visualize an adverse effect in the case of a brahmachari or in the case of a grihastha, you can't visualize it or assume it in the case of a sannyasi. So that is where we ended. The next line we have to read. Natavat nityanam karmanam abhavadeva bhavarupasya pratyavayasya उत्पत्तिः कल्पयितुं शक्या युक्ता च. Okay, next this is न तावत् नित्यानां कर्मणाम् अभावादेव भावरूपस्य प्रत्यवायः. Okay, something is prescribed for somebody, so if you do not do that, there can be an adverse effect. There is what is called a sin of commission and sin of omission. Something, there is a duty. If you are ordained, if you are enjoined on doing something, if your duty is something and if you do not do, you are liable for punishment. Suppose you cross at that stage and then you are in a different level and you are not at all, that is not your duty, and for not doing it, there cannot be any pratyavaya. Natavat nityanam karmanam abhavadeva. And again, he is also saying this is something like abhava. Abhava is something which is not in existence. Something which is not in existence. Abhava is, bhava is to be. The bhu dhatu, it is from the word, from the root bhu. Bhu means to be. Abhava, it does not exist at all. The karma in the case of a sannyasi does not exist at all. And from something which is not existing at all, how can you visualize some pratyavaya, an adverse effect? A negative result is something which is physically giving an impact, physically giving some result to him. So you cannot expect any such thing. In fact, Anandagiri also explains the same thing. Samprati pratishiddhakaranadeva pratyavaya. Pratishiddhakaranadeva pratyavaya. Anandagiri is explaining. Pratishiddhakaranam means doing something which is prohibited. By doing something which is prohibited, you get a pratyavaya. Pratishiddhakaranadeva pratyavaya. Natu akaranad abhavat bhavotpattihi loke vedecha loka veda viruddhatvat. Either in normal loka means in our day-to-day transactions or day-to-day conduct, or in Veda. It cannot be visualized either in our own even our normal point of view or from the Veda point of view. You can't say that from something which is a duty which is not at all prescribed for somebody, you can visualize some negative impact from that. It is totally contrary to either our loka behavior, that is our normal behavior and either social behavior, and also what is told in Veda. This line is okay. Natu natavat nityanam karmanam abhavadeva. That is, in the absence of this nitya karmas, bhavarupasya pratyavayasya. So this pratyavaya, which is the adverse impact, which is of the nature of bhavarupa. That is, it has some substance in that. It is not non-existent. Something from non-existent, how can you presume, emergence of something which is existent? Abhavat bhavotpattihi katham. That is what he is asking. From something which is non-existent, how can something which comes into being? Nothing comes out of nothing. So that is the meaning. Bhavarupasya pratyavayasya utpattihi kalpayitum shakya yuktacha. You cannot assume or you cannot visualize the emergence of such adverse effect from something which is non-existent. So that is the meaning. Next line. Katham asataha sajjayeta iti asataha sat janma asambhava shrutehe. So he is quoting one shruti. Shrutehe. Whenever you get this line shrutehe, it means by the authority of that shruti. It means by the authority of the shruti. Shrutehe. Shrutehe is, that is Shashti Vibhakti. So he is quoting a shruti. Katham asataha sat jayeta. Katham, how, asataha, from asat, from non-existent thing, sat, something which is existent, jayeta, it can generate or it can come into existence. How can something come into existence out of nothing? So that is the meaning. How can something come into existence out of nothing? Katham asataha, from non-existent thing, sat jayeta. Iti asataha sat janma asambhava shrutehe. The impossibility of emergence of something which is sat from something which is asat is mentioned in this Shruti. Next line, yadi
यदि
vihita akaranat
विहित अकरणात्
असंभाव्यमपि प्रत्यवायं ब्रूयात्
असंभाव्यमपि प्रत्यवायं ब्रूयात्
वेदः
वेदः
तथा
तथा
is it तथा or तदा तदा अनर्थकरः
अनर्थकरः
वेदः
वेदः
अप्रमाणम् इत्युक्तं स्यात्.
अप्रमाणम् इत्युक्तं स्यात्.
Okay, he is also saying that if we agree with you, there is a danger of Veda becoming something an apramana. If we accept your view of samuchaya, that is combination of jnana and karma, then we will be saying that Veda is proposing something which is improbable, and then Veda will become it will become an apramana. You know what is a pramana? Pramana is something which is a valid thing, which is something which is of validity. So you will be rendering that Veda invalid. You will be rendering that Veda something which is an apramana, and it is also against our own normal logic. Number one, it is against normal logic. Number two, it is against Veda also. So that is what he is mentioning. Yadi vihita akaranat. Vihita akaranat means that is something which is, vihita is something which has been prescribed. Akaranat means by not doing something. Asambhavyamapi pratyavayam bruyad vedaha. So this asambhavyamapi pratyavayam, asambhavyam is something which is impossible. So this pratyavaya, if Veda is proposing something which is say not possible either by normal logic or according to Veda itself, then you will be rendering Vedaha anarthakaraha, something which is meaningless. Anartha is, which is artha is meaning, anarthakara is meaningless. Then apramanam, it is also not a standard. There are certain standards. This is a valid, something like an ISI mark or something like that. So this apramanam, this is the standard of Veda, or rather the validity of the Veda will be rejected by agreeing with your contention. Then vihitasya karana akaranayoho dukkhamatra phalatvat. Okay, then you are visualizing that whether you do there is something negative, whether you do not do also there is something negative. For a sannyasi, there is no question of karma. So then if he does this karma, then that itself will make him fall. Then vihitasya akaranat, again for not doing you are again saying pratyavaya. If he does karma, there is a pratyavaya. If he does not do karma also there is a pratyavaya in the case of a sannyasi. So by doing that, what is it you are saying? Vihitasya karana akaranayoho dukkhamatra phalatvat. Dukkhameva phalam. For doing karma, there is a lot of physical effort, physical labor we have been talking about. A lot of physical labor is involved in that. So for doing that karma also there is a dukkha phalam. For not doing karma there is again a pratyavaya which you are visualizing. In the case of a sannyasi, for whom the duty is not at all enjoined. Is it okay? So that is the picture. Vihitasya karana akaranayoho dukkhamatra phalatvat. So that's what he is saying. Tathacha karakam shastram na jnapakam iti anupapannartham kalpitam syat. So this is an important statement. Tathacha karakam shastram na jnapakam. These two words we have to remember. Karakam shastram na jnapakam means, shastra means Veda. Veda means Upanishad. So what does Upanishad say? It basically tells about what is a jiva. Jiva has his own ideas about his own identity. He has his own ideas about his self. That is, I am so and so, I belong to this caste, I am a male, I am doing this job, I have this, I have that. This is all the description of that identity. Whereas this Shastra says, you remove all these things. I am the body, you remove that idea. I am the senses, you remove that idea. I am the mind, you remove that idea. And then first of all, you would have removed all those other ideas like I belong to this caste, I belong to this race, I belong to this and all that you remove. Then, after negating all, what exactly is it that you are? You are that part of you are that Shuddha Chaitanya, nothing apart from Shuddha Chaitanya. So, Shastra is not creating anything new. It is only just making you or facilitating you to reject what you are not. So Shastra is not producing anything new. If you remember that old story of Dashamas Tvamasi, the 10 boys crossing that river, and you say each fellow counting everybody, not counting himself, and then lamenting, crying aloud that Array, one fellow is lost in the river. Then somebody comes and points out, Array, you are the 10th fellow. So he has not created the 10th fellow. Dashamas Tvamasi is something which is not a creation of a new thing, but he is only telling about his own existence, his own real nature. So like that, Shastra is only a reminder. Reminder is, in Sanskrit we call it Jnapakam. Jnapakam we know. Jnapakam. Jnapakam vachindi we say. So I remembered. So Shastram is Jnapakam means Shastra is only a reminder, but not a Karakam. Karakam is something which creates. Karaka is something which is a creator, let us say. Shastra is not a creator, but it is only a reminder. So this point we have to always remember. Tathacha karakam shastram na jnapakam iti anupapannartham kalpitam syat. If we accept your proposal of this jnana karma samuchayavada, we will be saying that Shastra is producing something new in you. Whereas we say that Shastra is only helping you to know yourself. It is only telling you about yourself, your own self, the nature of your own self. It is only reminding you about what you are. It is not creating anything new. So, but if you, on the other hand, if we accept your contention, we will be creating a sort of anupapannartham, that is something improbable. We will be accepting something which is improbable by admitting that Shastra is creating a pratyavaya. In the case of a jnani, sannyasi means a jnani. In the case of a jnani, you are producing some adverse say result, that is the pratyavaya. So all these things, you will be accepting something which is not there in the Shastra. You are going against the Shastra, number one, and then you are assuming something improbable about the very nature of Shastra. The nature of Shastra is, it is only a reminder, it is not a creator, but you will be assuming something which is improbable. So, the karakam shastram na jnapakam iti anupapannartham kalpitam syat. You will be accepting something, or you will be taking an opinion that Shastra is something which is producing something new. Shastra can produce something in the case of a karmi. In the case of a karmi means somebody who is a ritualist. Karma is ritual, karmi is ritualist. So karmi, in the case of a karmi or a ritualist, Shastra may be producing something, Shastra may be saying something, that is a different level. But in the case of a jnana, Shastra is not a karakam, but only a jnapakam. Follow that?
Yes.
This is an important line. Okay. Nacha etadishtam.
Nacha etadishtam.
Nacha etadishtam means nacha etatishtam. Etat means this one. Nacha ishtam means it is not acceptable for both of us. Whenever there is a line, nacha etadishtam, it means neither you nor I like it. We both of us, we have some common understanding that Shastram is a jnapakam and whatnot. But then, if we accept your contention, you are leading to a totally different conclusion, which is neither agreeable for me nor to you. Then, tasmat na sannyasinam karmani ataha jnanakarmanoha samuchaya anupapattihi. So, he is again concluding, tasmat, therefore, sannyasinam. Sannyasinam means for sannyasis, or in the case of sannyasis, karmani, tasmat na sannyasinam karmani. In the case of sannyasis, there are no karmas, there are no rituals. That means karmas are not prescribed for sannyasis. Ataha, therefore, jnana karmanoha samuchaya anupapattihi. So that is how we are establishing the anupapatti or improbability. Anupapatti is improbability of the combination of that combo of jnana and karma. The next line, jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhihi.
Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhihi.
Iti arjunasya prashna.
Iti arjunasya prashna.
Anupapattescha.
Anupapattescha.
So he is continuing the further, he is giving some more further logic. The more further logic he is giving. So if we accept your contention, Arjuna's question would also be redundant. Arjuna has put a question. So what? if you say that, say, jnana is superior to karma, jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhi, means if you say that jnanam is something which is superior to karma, tell me why you are putting me in in the path of karma. So that is the question. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhi iti Arjunasya prashna anupapattescha. That question also would be improbable if you accept, say, a combination. Because if there is a combination, where is the question of somebody asking which is better? In the beginning of second para also, he gave a slightly an example ridiculing this samuchayavadi. Suppose you go to your doctor, the doctor says, madhuram sheetam cha bhoktavyam, something like that. You eat something which is sweet and also cold, something like an ice cream, let us say. Madhuram sheetam cha bhoktavyam. Then you will not ask the doctor which is better, whether it is sweet is better or cold is better. So you will not ask the doctor. So likewise, this if a combination is prescribed, naturally you will follow combination. When it is not prescribed only, then the question arises, and then you will ask which is better. So you remember that example? Pitam cha pitta prashamanaya madhuram sheetam cha bhoktavyam ityukte tayoho kim uttamam, something like that. There was a line. We need not go back to that line, but I am just recalling to you rather. Okay. Then prashna anupapattescha. This line is okay?
Yes, sir.
Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhi ityarjunasya prashna anupapattehe. Next line. Yadihi bhagavata द्वितीये अध्याये ज्ञानं कर्म च समुच्चयेन त्वया अनुष्ठेयमित्युक्तं स्यात् ततो अर्जुनस्य प्रश्नः अनुपपन्नः जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिः इति. Same thing he is explaining. What we discussed just now, he is explaining, because Shankaracharya is taking pains to explain each and every bit, and he is taking pains to give each and every logic to demolish the argument of this Vrittikaras regarding about the combination of this ritual and jnana. So that is it. So here, yadihi bhagavata dvitiyodhyaye, yadihi bhagavata, in case, bhagavata means by the Lord. Yadihi means in case. Bhagavata, in case. Dvitiye dhyaye jnanam karma cha samuchayena tvaya anushtheyam ityuktam syat. Means, if it has been told in this second adhyaya. Second adhyaya is over now in the third adhyaya. So, if in second adhyaya, if it has been told by the Lord that this jnanam and karma have to be both followed by you. Had it been told, then tato arjunasya prashnaha anupapannaha jayasi chet karmanaste. Then, if Lord Krishna had told like that, the present question of Arjuna, which is better, that question would be improbable or rather ridiculous. Anupapannam. It will be illogical, let us say. It will be illogical. Prashna anupapannaha jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhihi iti. Next line. Arjunaya chet buddhi karmani tvaya anushtheye ityukte ya karmanaha jayasi buddhihi sapi uktaiva iti tat kim karmani ghore mam नियोजयसि केशव इति प्रश्नः न कथंचन उपपद्यते. So he is just splitting that shloka. The first line also is important. The shloka involves two different points. So the first question, the first portion, the first line also is improbable. The second line also is improbable. So he is referring to that. Arjunaya chet buddhi karmani tvaya anushtheye ityukte. Buddhi karmani is dvivachanam. Buddhi plus karma. Buddhi karmani, they become. Buddhi and karma. Buddhi means jnanam. Jnanam means the path of knowledge. Buddhi karmani means the path of knowledge and the path of ritualism. So buddhi karmani, the word buddhi karmani means the path of knowledge and the path of ritual. So both the things. Yadihi Arjunaya buddhi karmani tvaya anushtheye ityukte chet. had it been told that these two have to be followed by you, anushteyam means something to be followed, something to be implemented, let us say, something to be implemented by you, then yo karmanaha jayasi buddhi, that buddhi, say, which is superior to karma, sa api ukta eva. Even that, if, buddhi which is supposed to be superior to karma, that also has been told to him. Buddhi which is superior to karma also has been told to him. Sa api ukta eva means that also has been told to him. Then in which case, kim karmani ghore mam niyojesi keshava iti prashnaha na katham jana upapadete. If it has been told that jnanam is superior to this and all that, then again combination also has been prescribed, then he would not have asked this second line, that is kim karmani ghore mam, he would not have asked that line. He would have simply followed, okay, Bhagavan has prescribed both, anyway jnanam is superior to karma, I have to do both. He would have done that, but he did not understand like that. Arjuna has understood properly, only the Vrittikara has not understood properly. That is the idea of Shankaracharya. Arjuna has clearly understood it, but then Vrittikara himself has not properly understood. Then if Arjuna has understood the question properly, why is this discussion going on? That is, sage Vyasa, taking enormous compassion on all of us, Arjunam nimitti krutya aha Bhagavan, whether it is sage Vyasa or Lord Krishna, taking Arjunam nimitti krutya. Arjuna is only a pretext. Nimittam. Arjuna is a nimittam means he is a pretext. In the very first introduction of this Gita Bhashyam, very first introduction, Arjunam nimitti krutya. That is, Arjuna is a pretext, and this has been told to the entire humanity. So that is what we heard in this thing. So anyway, so this second line is also improbable if Arjuna had wrongly understood that thing, but whereas Arjuna has rightly understood. So katham chana upapadyate. Nacha Arjunasyaiva. Okay, next line. Nacha Arjunasyaiva.
Nacha Arjunasyaiva.
Jayasi buddhihi.
Jayasi buddhihi.
Na anushtheya.
Na anushtheya.
Iti bhagavata uktam.
Iti bhagavata uktam.
Purvam.
Purvam.
Iti kalpayitum yuktam.
Iti kalpayitum yuktam.
Yena.
Yena.
Jayasi chediti prashnaha syat.
Jayasi ched iti prashnaha syat.
Okay, he is visualizing or anticipating another Purva Paksha. Basically, Shankaracharya, I told you, he is anticipating different types of Purva Paksha from the other chap, from the Vrittikara. What is this? Okay, in the case of Arjuna only, Buddhi is, it is told that Buddhi is superior, and then you are not competent for Buddhi. In the case of Arjuna only, Nacha Arjunasyaiva jayasi buddhihi na anushtheya. In the case of Arjuna only, in the case of all others it is okay, but exclusively for you, it is not, this thing is not prescribed. So if had it been told, Nacha Arjunasyaiva jayasi buddhihi na anushtheya iti bhagavata uktam. So if Lord had told Arjuna only, this jnana, this path of jnana is not for you, then iti kalpayitum yuktam, then jayasi ched iti prashnaha kalpayitum yuktam nasyat. Then jayasi ched karmanaha, that question Arjuna would not have asked. Anyway, Lord has told this jnana path is not for you. Then Arjuna would not have asked this question. Okay, that is path, that is for all superior people or some special class people. I don't belong to that special class. Okay, Lord has given me this lower status only, let me follow this lower thing. So Arjuna did, that second question would also be improbable. Is it okay? Yadi nacha Arjunasyaiva jayasi buddhihi na anushtheya iti bhagavata uktam purvam iti kalpayitum yuktam. You can't assume or you can't put forth an argument. You can't put forth an argument that Lord Krishna said to Arjuna that this buddhi, the jnana path is not suitable for you. Only in the case of Arjuna. Exclusively in the case of Arjuna, had Krishna told that it is the jnana path is not suitable, then Arjuna would not have asked this question. Jayasi chet karmana. Arjuna would have been, okay, it is not in my destiny, or it is, I am not qualified to be in that jnana path. Arjuna would have thought like that. So whereas Arjuna has put a question. So this is a slightly complicated logic. various say arguments of this Purvapakshi are being anticipated and some replies are being given. Then nacha arjunasyaiva jayasi buddhihi na anushtheya iti bhagavata uktam purvam iti kalpayitum yuktam yena jayasi chet iti prashnah syat. So you can't justify that question. You can't justify that question by using your argument. So that is what he is saying. Next line, yadi punaha ekasya purushasya jnanakarmanoho virodhat yugapat anushtanam na sambhavati iti भिन्न पुरुष अनुष्ठेयत्वं भगवता पूर्वमुक्तं स्यात् ततः अयं प्रश्नः जायसी उपपन्नः जायसी चेत् इत्यादिः. So Shankaracharya is saying this question would become justifiable only in this case, only in this situation. What is that situation? Yadi where is this? Yadi punaha. Yadi punaha means on the other hand. Yadi punaha is on the other hand. Ekasya purushasya jnanakarmanoho virodhat. In the case of a single person, this combo cannot work. In the case of a single person means at the same time, simultaneous. There can be krama samuchaya. Krama samuchaya means earlier I was karmi, now I am a jnani. That's a different thing. Ekasya purushasya jnanakarmanoho virodhat means for a person at the same time, jnana and karma cannot coexist. So that is it. Because of that, yugapad anushtanam na sambhavati. Yugapad anushtanam means simultaneous implementation is not possible. Yugapat is simultaneous. Anushtanam is implementation. Simultaneous implementation na sambhavati means it is not possible. Simultaneous implementation of jnana and karma is not possible. So if that is the meaning, and if Lord Krishna has told Bhinna Purusha Anushtheyatvam, that is, two different people can do. Bhinna Purusha, Eka Purusha Anushtheyatvam versus Bhinna Purusha Anushtheyatvam. Eka Purusha Anushtheyatvam means coexistence of these two in one man at the same time. Bhinna Purusha Anushtheyatvam means in two different people, these two karmas are, these two paths are there. One man is in Jnana Nishtha, another fellow is in Karma Nishtha. That is okay. Bhinna Purusha Anushtheyatvam, this implementation by the implementation of two paths by two different people, that is okay. But Eka Purusha Anushtheyatvam, in one person, this combination, it cannot coexist. So that is the meaning. In such a case, this question would be appropriate. This question would be suitable, logical, rational and what not. So yadi punaha ekasya purushasya jnana karmanoho virodhat, because this coexistence is not possible, yugapad anushtanam na sambhavati iti. Yugapat, simultaneous anushtanam implementation is not possible. Bhinna Purusha Anushteyam Bhagavata Purvam Uktam Syat. If Lord has told that it is possible only in the case of two different people, tataha, in that case, ayam prashnaha upapannaha jayasi chet karmanaha ityadi. That is, this question, ayam prashnaha means this question, upapannaha means it would be logical, it would be probable, it would be say reasonable, let us say, reasonable, jayasi chet ityadi. Otherwise, this question would not be probable, this question would be ridiculous rather. Okay, next line, avivekataha prashna kalpanayamapi भिन्न पुरुषानुष्ठेयत्वेन भगवतः प्रतिवचनं न उपपद्यते. So okay, he is anticipating another Purvapaksha. Okay, Arjuna did not properly understand. Though Lord Krishna told clearly, Arjuna avivekataha. Avivekataha means in the absence of viveka. Absence of viveka is aviveka. Avivekataha means because of aviveka, because of lack of discrimination or because of lack of proper clear understanding. Because of lack of clear understanding, Arjuna has put forth this question. Prashna kalpanayamapi. Prashna kalpana means putting forth that question. Prashnasya kalpana. He is putting forth that question. Bhinna purushanushtayatvena bhagavatah prativachanam nopapadyate. In that case, then Lord Krishna's reply. Lord Krishna's reply is what? Bhinna purushanushtayattvam. That is, two different people can do that, not same person. So that answer would be improbable. If you assume that Samuchaya was told then Arjuna did not understand. This Purvapakshi's argument is, it is Samuchaya which is the message of the Gita. Whereas Siddhanti says it is not Samuchaya and it is not the combination. So the Purvapaksha is, though Samuchaya has been told, Arjuna has not properly understood. If that is so, the Arjuna, Lord's reply is in a totally different shape. Lord's reply is pointing towards Bhinna Purushanushteyatvam. Is it okay?
Yes.
Bhagavatah Prativachanam, Bhinna Purushanushteyatvena Bhagavatah Prativachanam. So Bhagavatah Prativachanam is only telling about Bhinna Purushanushteyatvam, two different people. That will not be appropriate in the case if we accept your say contention. Next thing, Nacha Ajnana Nimittam Bhagavat Prativachanam Kalpyam. So out of frustration, suppose you say Lord Krishna himself told about due to Ajnana. Out of frustration. So the Purvapakshi says, okay, Lord Krishna himself was confused or Lord Krishna himself was ignorant. So that is what he said. I don't think you will agree for that. So that is what he is saying. Nacha Ajnana Nimittam Bhagavat Prativachanam Kalpyam. Neither you nor I can say that Lord Krishna ignorantly told this thing, ignorantly replied like this. Bhagavat Prativachanam means Bhagavataha Prativachanam. Prativachanam is reply. Lord Krishna gave that reply due to ignorance. You can't say that, or I can't say that. The next line, Asmacha Bhinna Purushanushteyatvena Jnana Karma Nishtayoho Bhagavatah Prativachana Darshanat Jnana Karmanoho Samuchaya Anupapattihi. Asmacha, even because of this logic, whatever has been told, Asmat means because of this. Asmacha means even, cha means even due to this. Bhinna Purushanushteyatvena Jnana Karma Nishtayoho Prativachana Darshanat. Because Lord Krishna's answer also says Bhinna Purushanushteyatvam. Arjuna's understanding also says Bhinna Purushanushteyatvam. Lord Krishna's reply also talks about Bhinna Purushanushteyatvam. That is two different people following or implementing this path of jnana and path of karma. So because of this, jnana karmanoho samuchaya anupapattihi. So there is absolutely no possibility of bringing them together in one person at the same time. Is it clear? So a lot of logic has been used to demolish the argument of this samuchayavadis. Next, tasmat kevaladeva jnanat mokshaha ityartha nishchitaha ityesho artha nishchitaha gitasu sarvopanishatsu cha. Sarva Upanishatsu. Sarva plus Upanishatsu is Sarva Upanishatsu. Then Tasmat. Therefore, I think this is the final line. Tasmat Jnana Kevala Deva Jnanat Mokshaha. So this is the ultimate doctrine, let us say. This is the ultimate conclusion, let us say. Doctrine again is something which I say you believe, you jolly well believe, that is a doctrine. This is the ultimate meaning. This is the ultimate message, is Jnanan Mokshaha. Only by knowledge, only by understanding yourself, there is a liberation. Not by ritual, not by karma, not by all these things. Jnanadeva Moksha. Only by knowledge, there is a liberation, not by ritual. That is the basic proposition of the Veda. So Jnanan Moksha iti yesha arthaha. Nishchitaha Gitasu Sarva Upanishatsu. Either in the Gita or in Sarva Upanishatsu. In all these Upanishads, this is the established meaning. That is it. The next line, Jnana Karmanoho Ekam Vada Nishchitya Iti cha Eka Vishaya Eva Prarthana Anupapanna Ubhayoho Samuchaya Sambhave. So, again he is continuing, Ubhayoho Samuchaya Sambhave. If that Samuchaya were to be there, Ubhayoho, that is of both, Samuchaya Sambhave, if they were to be there, then Jnana Karmanoho Ekam Vada Nishchitya. You decisively tell me which is better. That question would have been improbable. Arjuna's question, you please decide and tell me. You please decide and tell me as to which is better. So that question would not have been there if this samuchaya was proposed by Lord Krishna. Jnana karmanoho means between jnana and karma. Jnana karmanoho between jnana and karma. In both, in those two things. Ekam vada nischitya. That is nischitya, decisively. Ekam vada. Tell me about one. Iti eka vishaya eva prarthana. That is, he is just requesting you, please tell me which is the path. Eka vishaya prarthana means asking as to which is correct. That prarthana, anupapanna, that would have been improbable or illogical. Yadi, in case he had told about this combination. Next line, Kuru karmaiva tasmatvamiti iti cha jnananistha asambhavam Arjunasya avadharanena darshayishyati jyayasi chet iti. Is there anything in your book?
Nothing.
Huh?
That's it.
Yeah, it's correct, isn't it? Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam iti cha jnananistha sambhavam arjunasya avadharanena darshayishyati. So Lord Krishna avadharanena means very decisively. Avadharana is something emphatically. Very emphatically he is saying what? Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam. What is that line? That shloka, your book is giving some reference. Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam.
Yeah,
which adhyaya?
Fourth adhyaya, 15th.
4-15.
Yes.
Okay. Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam. That comes in the 4th chapter. So he is very decisively is going to say. Darshayishyati means he is going to say. Darshayati is he is showing. Darshayishyati means he will be saying. Because it is coming, he is referring to a future line which is going to come in the 4th chapter. So he is saying darshayishyati. What? Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam. You have to do karma only. So very decisively and very clearly and emphatically, Lord Krishna is saying jnananistha asambhavam. That is impossibility of jnananistha in the case of Arjuna. He is very, very clearly saying that jnananistha is not for you. You are supposed to do this karma. So he is very emphatically saying, Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam iti cha jnana karma asambhavam arjunasya avadharanena darshayishyati jyayasi chediti. Okay, let us read this shloka. We have been waiting for this shloka for a long time.
Four classes.
4 class. Is it 4th class? Okay. Let us read this shloka. Jyayasi chet karmanaste
Jyayasi chet karmanaste
mata buddhir janardana
Mata buddhi janardana
tat kim karmani ghore mam
Tatkim karmani ghore mam
niyojayasi keshava.
Niyojayasi keshava.
Okay, there are 2 addresses here. Hey Janardana, Hey Keshava. He is Arjuna is surrendering. Hey Janardana, Hey Keshava. Of course, commentators have given the meaning Janardana, Keshava. We need not go into that because in the very beginning we told about that. Hey Janardana, Karmanaha Buddhihi Jayasi iti te mata. If you see the word division, Pada Vibhajana, if we see that splitting of words, Jayasi chet Karmanaha te mata buddhihi. So the Anvaya or the line is Karmanaha, that is in comparison with karma, Buddhihi Jayasi. That is, if you contend that, Mata means if you contend, in case you feel. If you contend that this Buddhi is superior, Jayasi means superior. Jayasi is superior. If you contend, Karmanaha, if you contend, Mata is if you contend, Buddhihi, that Jnanam, Karmanaha Sakashat Jayasi, that is superior to karma. If you contend that Jnana is superior to karma, then Tat means Tasmat, in that case, in such a case, Kim Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi. Why are you Niyojayasi? Why are you directing me, or why are you putting me? Why are you prescribing me this path? Why are you putting me in this path, or why are you Niyojayasi? Yoj, same again, Yuj Dhatu. Yuj means to put something in, to unite something with something else. So he is uniting Arjuna with that karma path. Kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi. We also explained the word niyogi, how that word niyogi comes. So kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava. So this shloka is very simple. We have discussed a lot during the Sambandha Bhashyam also. I think we can straight away go to Shankaracharya's commentary. Jayasi Shreyasi Chet Yadi Karmanah Sakashat Te Tava Mata Abhipreta Buddhihi Jnanam He Janardana. So every word, each and every word, even for small letter, he has given meaning. Te Tava also he has given meaning. Yadi Buddhi Karmani Samuchite Ishte Tada Ekam Shreyas Sadhanamiti Karmano Jyayasi Buddhiriti Karmanaha Atirikta Karanam Buddhehe Anupapannam Arjunena Kutam Syat. Okay, we'll stop there. Jayasi. Jayasi means Shreyasi. He is explaining each and every word. Jayasi means Shreyasi means superior. Chet means Yadi. Yadi means in case. If you think so, Yadi. Karmanaha Sakashat. In comparison with karma. Karmanaha Sakashat means in comparison to karma. Te Tava. Tava means yours. Mata Abhipreta Buddhihi. Mata means if you contend. If you contend, Abhipreta is Abhipraya. You know what is an Abhipraya, an opinion. Mata Te Mata Buddhihi means if you contend that Buddhihi Jnanam He Janardana. So he is giving an explanation. Yadi Buddhi Karmani Samuchite Ishte Tada Ekam Shreyas Sadhanamiti Karmano Jyayasi Buddhiriti. If again he is coming to the same say demolition of Samuchayavada. If these two things had been told, Buddhi Karmani means this Jnana and this Karma, had they been Samuchite Ishte, Tada Ekam Shreyas Sadhanamiti Karmano Jyayasi Buddhiriti, Ekam Shreyas Sadhanamiti, then one between them, one is Shreyas Sadhanam, then what is that? Karmani Jyayasi Buddhiriti, that is Buddhi is superior to Karma. Then Karmanaha Atirikta Karanam Buddhehe Anupapannam Arjunena Kutam Syat. If both have been prescribed, then Arjuna would not have understood in this manner. If both have been equally prescribed, Arjuna would not have wrongly understood. Arjuna has properly understood and properly questioning. So that is the point here. Buddhi Anupapannam Arjunena Kutam Syat. Nahi Tadeva Tasmat Phalataha Atiriktam Syat. So, nahi tadeva tasmat, for that reason, nahi tadeva phalataha atiriktam syat. Suppose there are two things prescribed for you. When two things are prescribed for you, both have to give equal result. So, one cannot give better result and one cannot give you lower result. So, that is the point. So, it cannot give a better result. Phalataha atiriktam. Atiriktam is superior. Nyasayeva atyarechayet, we have seen that word. Atyarechayet, atiriktam is something which is superior. Nahi phalataha atiriktam syat, it cannot give a better result if both had been equally prescribed. If both had been equally prescribed, you cannot say, you can't say that one will give a better result than the other. Tathacha karmanaha shreyaskari bhagavata ukta buddhihi Ashreyaskaram cha karma kuru iti mam pratipadayati kimnu karanam tat kimnu karanam iti bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan tat kim kasmat karmani ghore krure himsa lakshane Mam niyojayasi Keshava iti yad aha taccha nopapadyate. So again saying tat, where is it? Tathacha karmanaha shreyaskari bhagavata uktihi buddha buddhihi ashreyaskaram cha karma kuru iti mam pratipadayati tat kimnu karanam iti bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan. So he says Karmanah Shreyeskari Bhagavata Ukta Buddhihi. Lord Krishna has said that Buddhi is something which is superior to Jnanam. Sorry, Buddhi, that is Jnanam, which is something which is superior to Karma. Karmanaha means in comparison to Karma, Shreyeskari Buddhihi. That is, Buddhi is something which is superior. If Lord Krishna had told that, Ashreyaskaram cha karma kuru iti mam pratipadayati. Ashreyaskaram, something which is inferior, something which is Shreyasi is superior, Ashreyaskaram is something which is inferior and which will give you some maybe some inferior result or unwanted result. Ashreyaskaram is something which is unwanted. Ashreyaskaram cha karma kuru iti mam pratipadayati. If he is prescribing to me something which is unwanted or undesirable, let us say undesirable, tat kim nu karanam, then what is the reason? Tat kim nu karanam iti bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan. Bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan means upalambha is something, say protest, a sort of mild protest. So suppose your father is, you are angry with your father, but at the same time you respect your father, something you want to question him. You have a lot of regard for him, but at the same time, why you doing like this? Why are you prescribing to me like this? Why are you telling me like this? So you do some sort of retort. You do some sort of protest, a mild protest. Of course, you are obedient, no doubt. While being obedient, you are also protesting. So that sort of upalambham. Upalambhamiva kurvan tat kim kasmat Bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan. As though he is doing some upalambha, as though he is doing a mild protest. Tat kim kasmat, kim means kasma, for what reason? Karmani ghore, karmani, what type of karma is that? Kim karmani ghore mam, ghora. Ghora is something which is horrible. Ghora is horrible. Horrible, krura. Himsadi lakshane. Why in this particular case, what is the karma? Maybe for another, for a gruhastha, karma may be different. For a gruhastha, it may be some chandi yagam, it may be some other agnishthamam or some other yagam. But he is a kshatriya. In the case of a kshatriya, what is this smartha karma? Smartha karma, the smriti prescribes, if kshatriya, it is his duty to protect the people. It is his duty to establish order in society. So as a kshatriya, he is supposed to do certain things. He is supposed to give some death sentence. Suppose a judge says, no, I will not give death sentence. It is incorrect. A judge has to jolly well do death sentence, and the executor, whoever is that executioner who pulls that rope, he has to pull that rope. He should not feel bad. So that is kim karmani ghore. That is all himsa lakshanam. So it is characterized by himsa. Himsa lakshanam means it is characterized by himsa. It is characterized by some little bit of suffering. So in that, kim mam niyojasi keshava iticha yadaha tacha nopapadyate. So in the case of samuchayavada, upapadyate means if you accept samuchayavada, all these things will not be, they will not fall in place. All these questions would be improbable. If you accept samuchayavada, all these questions would be improbable. Is it okay?
Yes.
If you don't accept samuchayavada only, this question is okay. If you accept samuchayavada, this question and answer of Krishna will be both say something meaningless or contradictory or confusing. So kim nu karanamiti bhagavataha upalambhamiva kurvan tat kim kasmat ghore mam niyojayasi iti keshava iti yat aha tatcha nopapadyate. Whatever has been told, tat cha na upapadyate. Even that will not fit into, even that will not fall in place if you accept samuchayavada. In case that samuchayavada is accepted, both question and answer would be improbable. Next line. Atha smartenaiva karmana samuchayah sarvesham bhagavata ukta arjunena cha avadharitas chet tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi ityadi katham yuktam vachanam. Again he is saying, if that samuchaya had been told with a smartha karma, so we were distinguishing between srauta karma and smartha karma. Yatha, in case smartenaiva karmana samuchaya sarvesham bhagavata ukta, if Lord Krishna had told samuchaya or combination, in the case of samuchaya between smartha karma and jnana, and prescribed it for everyone, then Arjunena avadharitaschet, and if Arjuna had understood like that, then kim karmani ghoremam ityadi prashnaha anupapannasyat. He would not again raise this question. So that means Arjuna is not a fool. He has not understood the question wrongly. Arjuna also has understood it correctly. Only it is the Vrittikara who is giving a different interpretation. So that is all we are seeing here. Atha smartena eva karmana samuchayah sarvesham bhagavata uktaha. That is, if that combination had been told by Krishna for all people, and Arjunena cha avadharitaschet, and if Arjuna also had 5 minutes, okay, if Arjuna also had understood it correctly, correctly means if Arjuna also had understood it as a samuchaya, correctly means not from our point of view but from the Purvapaksha point of view. From Purvapaksha point of view, smarta karma and jnana or samuchaya combination is proposed, and if Arjuna had understood in the same fashion, he would not have put this question. Kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi iti prashnaha ityadi katham yuktam vachanam. How is it possible? Is it okay?
Yes.
Because all these lines, because it is say the Shastra Bhasha, number 1. Number 2, he is anticipating various types of say Purvapaksha. So that is how this the lines sentence structure will be slightly complicated. So this line is you followed?
Yes.
Say if this samuchaya had been told by Krishna, and if samuchaya has been what has been understood by Arjuna, Arjuna would not have put this question. Then kincha, next shloka, let us read this shloka because there are 5 minutes. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekam vada nischitya yena shreyoham apnuyam. Okay, so I will just explain the meaning of this shloka. Vyamishrena iva. You do the pada vibhaga, this division of words. Vyamishrena iva vakyena buddhim mohayasi iva. Mohayasi plus iva, mohayasi iva me tat ekam tadekam vada nischitya yena shreyaha aham apnuyam. So he is saying Vyamishreneva vakyena, by stating something which appears rather mixed up, which appears rather confusing. Vyamishrena means Mishranam, you know, Mishranam is mixing up two things. Vyamishrena iva, as though certain things are wrongly mixed up. Vyamishrena iva vakyena, by saying something which appears to be totally mixed up or rather confusing. Buddhim mohayasi iva me. You appear, it is appearing as though you are trying to confuse me. Buddhim, mama buddhim, me means mama, buddhim, you are confusing my buddhi, that is buddhim mohayasi. Mohayasi means, we know what is moha. Moha is perceiving something for the other. But in this case, it is not that delusion which we talk in the normal course of samsara, moha and whatnot, not in that sense. In the normal sense, buddhim mohayasi means you are trying, it appears as though you are confusing me by telling something which is mixed up, by telling something which is not very clear. Then tad ekam vada nischitya, tat tasmat ekam vada nischitya yena shreyaha aham apnuyam. So Arjuna, of course, he has understood correctly one angle. Arjuna has correctly understood one thing, and he is having a different perception. He is putting this question for different reason. Arjuna understood correctly in the sense that this jnana is something different and karma is something different. To that extent, Arjuna has understood correctly. Arjuna is not a fool not to understand that. But at the same time, his question is, I am somebody who is dear to you, I am somebody who is close to you, and I am your shishya. Then why are you prescribing this to me? So that is his contention. It is not as though he is intellectually he is okay, but then emotionally, or rather he feels, when there is a superior path, why is he advocating an inferior path to me? So that is it. Tad ekam vada nischitya yena shreyaha aham apnuyam. You tell me one. Ekam vada, tell me one. Nischitya, having decided, yena, by which aham shreyaha apnuyam, by which I will attain whatever is superior, whatever is better. Shreyaha is something which is shreya, better. Now again, we should not compare to Shreyas and Prayas which we talked in the beginning classes. Okay, So Arjuna, whatever has been told by Krishna, he has understood it correctly. But then he is asking, why, when you are saying these two things, say this is different and this is different, and this is superior, this is inferior, to that extent he has understood it. But then he is not able to understand why Krishna is prescribing one path to him. Why he is prescribing an inferior path to him. So that is the picture. Vyamishrena eva vakyana. He has used that word eva twice. Vyamishrena eva, as though mixed up, because he is not completely accusing Krishna. Vyamishrena vakyana, suppose he says, Vyamishrena vakyana means you are completely accusing Krishna. Then buddhim mohayasi, that is you are confusing me. Then again you are accusing him. He is not saying, he is not fully accusing, as though accusing. That is Vyamishrena iva, as though mixed up. Buddhim mohayasiva, as though you are confusing me. So he is very mildly and very obediently protesting. So I think we can see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.